Let's take a minute to talk about master modes. First of all, what is master modes? Master modes is going to change the way that we fly and also the way that we fight. Currently, the Star Citizen flight model has an unrestricted transition between our standard combat maneuver SCM speed and our ship's top speed. And while the developers originally intended for us to fight at or below that SCM speed, it is not uncommon to have fights occurring at 1,000 meters per second, especially out in space. Master Modes, however, is going to change that and force us to fight at our ship's SCM speed. This will limit us to roughly 200 to 300 meters per second, with the ability to boost to slightly higher speeds, though we will not be able to maintain those speeds for very long. If we want to go faster, we will need to switch to QCM or Quantum Control Mode. This will unlock your maximum speed, allowing you to go much faster, roughly 1,200 to 1,400 meters per second. This mode will also allow you to do short quantum jumps between points of interest or OM markers. While you are switching to QCM mode, your capacitors will disable. This means your shields will shut down, your weapons will not work, countermeasures will not work, and your thruster boost will be disabled. This could leave you vulnerable in a dogfight if you're trying to use it to run away. So what is this going to do to dogfighting? So for one, it's going to be bringing dogfighting a bit closer. They're also planning on slowing the fights down and changing the thruster output so the vertical, horizontal, and retro thrusters will have reduced output, while the main thrusters will be a little more powerful, which may reduce the turning rate of some fighters and all but eliminate the ability to backstrafe. As a result, I think these changes are going to drastically change the fighter meta. In the current meta, light fighters are king. Ships like the Gladius and the Arrow are the only viable fighters since they are so maneuverable, able to run circles around their opponents. The other major benefit being their ability to disengage from a fight. If a light fighter loses their shields, they can boost to 1,200 meters per second almost instantly to recharge their shields and then come back in and re-engage. This hit and run tactic is very effective against any medium or heavy fighters who do not have this ability to just disengage and re-engage at will. And in these matchups, it is very often that a light fighter will find themselves with the need to disengage. Heavy and medium fighters possess a lot more firepower than a light fighter does, and once they get their nose around on the light fighter, it's only a matter of time before they start taking heavy damage. So with the slower speeds and the inability to easily run away, it's going to mean the light fighter can no longer effectively use this hit and run tactic. And with the changes to the vertical and horizontal thrusters, it might mean the light fighters won't be able to circle their targets as easily. This will mean that the medium and heavy fighters might be able to stay in the fight longer and able to take the damage that the light fighters dish out, while being able to wait patiently and capitalize on any mistake the light fighter makes in its positioning. And once the light fighter does start taking damage, it won't as easily be able to just run away to reset without taking a few more shots as it's trying to do so. I think, and more importantly hope, that this will bring some balance to the fighter meta. Hopefully even allowing medium fighters like the Hornet and Saber to find their place. Letting pilots ultimately choose between whether they want to fly a fighter that's elusive or a fighter that deals a lot more damage. And hopefully this means that it'll come more down to individual pilot skill and how well that pilot knows their particular ship. Star Citizen has needed a change to the flight model and the fighter meta for some time now. I think Master Modes will be a big step in the right direction for that. 3.20 will let us see for ourselves once it released, although Master Modes will only be in Arena Commander for the time being. Hopefully just for some easy balance passes before they fully release it to the persistent universe. So what are your thoughts on the matter? Will this bring balance to the meta, or will the two Sith of the light fighters continue to dominate the skies? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, hit like. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. And as always, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/a_wolf09. Thanks for watching.